Alright, so it's official. YouTube, in response to Sniperwolf doxing Jacksfilms in real life, is basically a slap on the wrist. Hell, it's even lighter than that. It's probably a little nudge to the chin, because what they just said basically means, no, we are not terminating her. We are not banning her like we've done other creators for much, much less. We're not giving her any potential strikes, but instead we're basically going to be protecting her because she's our little profitable golden girl on this platform. Essentially, they're doing what they did to Logan Paul back when he filmed a dead body in that suicide forest by suspending her monetization temporarily. They say, in response to Jack saying, Sniperwolf just doxed me on her IG, creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. You know, the whole big ass viral Twitter post Jack made directly adding YouTube, currently sitting at almost 300,000 likes and over 30 million views. They responded back to that a week later by saying, confirming Sniperwolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want. Hoping everyone helps move this convo to a better place. So essentially, what they're saying is, haha, get wrecked, we don't care, we're still keeping her on the platform. That, in and of itself, has set one of the most craziest precedents I've ever seen on this platform entirely. And as of right now, I don't want to ever see YouTube banning anybody else for anything less egregious than what Sniperwolf did. If Sniperwolf has not gotten banned for this, then I don't want to see anybody else getting banned ever unless they literally murder somebody. What I'm getting at is that, say for if I go ahead and beef with another creator, I have a problem with the videos they're making on me, and I decide to actually dox them and pull up to their home, take a snapshot of their front yard and post it to my IG in front of thousands of people. If I actually do that in this hypothetical situation, I should not be banned, nor should I be terminated. I, at most, should be getting equal to or less than the punishment that Sniperwolf received, which is a temporary monetization suspension. Because if they go ahead and terminate somebody else's channel for doing the same exact thing that Sniperwolf did while she didn't receive a termination, then that is just like a blatant slap in the face to everybody else who uses the platform. Like, at that point, cat's out the bag, genie's out the bottle. The blatant hypocrisy is in full display for everybody else to see, and I just fail to see how that could not lead to actual class action lawsuits against Google or YouTube, clearly using selective enforcement and cherry picking who they enforce their policies on, depending on who they are or what they support. Like, that is just grounds for a straight up lawsuit at that point. And of course, Sniperwolf decided to come out with her ChatGPT ass response by saying, let me start by saying, I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jacksfilms, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jacksfilms, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately. Not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be solved. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it. Wow, this is... I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Wow, this is one hell of a script. Who the fuck wrote this up? Because if it wasn't ChatGPT, which I think it is, it had to be one of her little lackeys, her managers, or someone getting paid minimum wage because she's too stingy to share her YouTube revenue with them as a livable wage. I mean, this is just like a huge kick in the nuts. And the fact that YouTube, right, upon getting ratioed to oblivion, literally quote ratioed on Twitter, they had the audacity to start hiding comments, removing comments, which I didn't even know was even possible. I thought you could reply and that they couldn't delete comments unless it was an original post, but alas, apparently they have the power to do that as well. Come on, man. And of course, I can confirm that Sniperwolf's channel is demonetized, as we can see here by the vidIQ extension. However, she's still getting millions of views. Things are back to normal. She's still posting. Previously, comments were disabled, of course, but she is getting literally ratioed on every single video. I mean, do you see those likes? I mean, bro, 130,000 dislikes. A million views, 225,000 dislikes on a video with 1.8 million views, bro. The ratio, how will she ever recover from this, bro? And does YouTube or Sniperwolf actually think people are gonna actually forget about this when people have literally been banned for much, much less? Some creators have been banned for their political views or making edgy jokes or critiquing people based on their quote unquote intrinsic characteristics, whatever that means. I mean, all of these words and terminologies are super arbitrary. The meanings things are changing with every second of the day. The selective enforcement, the cherry picking of the policies depending on who the creator is, what they look like, what they support, whether they have tits or not. I mean, the blatant hypocrisy is just out in the open for everybody to see, and I'm kind of relieved because over the years I was led to believe that everything was fair and balanced and that YouTube applied their rules for demonetization, strikes, channel terminations, shadow bans, age restrictions, fair and balanced across the board, and that nobody was getting special treatment. But alas, here we are in 2023 where, well, that's been proven to be a complete fucking lie. And now that I've been vindicated, the people who tried to gaslight me into believing that, oh, everything is all fine and dandy, just keep uploading content. YouTube isn't manipulating views or suppressing your channel or suppressing views or doing anything to get in the way of channel growth. No, all of it is just based on the algorithm. It's all automated. None of it is manual. I mean, I'm just glad that we can all see that the system is rigged. And for some reason, it says this video is monetized. I'm not sure why that is. I just love that one of the comments that SSSniperwolf decided to hide on her Twitter post has her 2 mugshots with her getting arrested for armed robbery and disorderly conduct fighting. Basically, she was out here in these streets scrapping with her 100-pound ass literally weighing as much as 2 bags of rice and is still out here trying to scrap like a little chihuahua. And as of right now, it doesn't appear that Jack has responded to any of this. It's been about a week, and I'm sure he's seen YouTube response to this and is just now internalizing the fact that a literal YouTuber creator, one of the biggest creators on the platform, can literally pull up to your home, dox you, and not receive any type of channel termination, strikes, deplatformation, or anything like that, but a temporary monetization suspension. Let that sink in. What's funny though is that the community notes on Twitter bodied Team YouTube by saying, no, at the time of their tweet, SSSniperwolf's channel was not demonetized. Only her most recent videos is using plugins. You can see this for yourself. And apparently this was confirmed by a fellow community member by the name of Zach James. As we can see in one screenshot, the video is not monetized. And in the next, the video is monetized. So yeah, I mean, take that for what you will. They can't even get the demonetization of her entire channel right. But had it been anybody else literally doing 1/100th of what SSSniperwolf did, they would have received a channel-wide termination. And also, notice how YouTube said off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. What do they mean by the behavior on both sides? Because the both sides are SSSniperwolf on one side, literally doxing and pulling up to somebody's home in real life and posting it to the internet for millions of people to see, actually putting this man's life in danger. Because you never know, there may be people out there who just don't like Jack and they wanted his address. They could have pulled up to his home, robbed him, killed him, domed him and his wife, and that would have been that because of SSSniperwolf. But on the other side, we have innocent Jack, who's just literally criticizing SSSniperwolf and her content for whatever his reasons are, which are mostly valid in my opinion. Is YouTube trying to conflate creating a parody channel on their own platform, poking fun at somebody else's content, to an actual person pulling up in real life, doxing somebody and snapping a photo of their front yard in an obviously threatening way to try and silence them? Is that what they're trying to do here? Because if so, then I've just lost the tiny crumb of respect in the darkest, deepest corners of my pocket that I had for them. Honestly, it's thin air now. It's poof. It's gone. Honestly, man, YouTube better not terminate anybody else on this platform ever again.